Okay, welcome back to a new video. Uh, I am on a multiplayer server with my friends, and I really thought I wanted two towers here, like one behind here somewhere and one here. I think this one would need to be a lighthouse, like for ships to see that there's land, and here to get a watchtower to like defend the village that we're gonna build here. So I'm gonna quickly hop into a creative world and create the groundworks for the towers. Okay, so I've made a base platform for the towers. I think I want the lighthouse to be taller than the watchtower. I think I'm gonna make them out of spruce and stone, or deep slate, just out of stone bricks and chiseled, so it looks quite new. This is a nice groundwork. Okay, this is what it looks like at 20 high. Right now it looks like one pipe, but we really want it to be a tower. You could make it less wide at the top. Because like if you go into like the tower of like a church or something, like an old church, you also have that it's like very narrow at the top. Okay, wait, let's see. I mean, what you could do is that we go 5 high and then we like overlap it a tiny bit. The layers kind of overlap now, so it goes more linearly. So if I now make a new layer, I think this one looks better. It kind of makes you think of the Burj Khalifa, or like the tip of the like tower in New York. Then we need like a way to the top. Then we do a spruce slab. How much do we want it to increase? I think we want it to increase like a lot. So we do this. And this is already one higher. Okay, wait, let me just finish this until I'm at the top. Okay, we made it to the top. We now have a ladder to the top. I think if I go in here, yeah, it's very dark. We're gonna do the outside. Like we're gonna. Okay, let's first. If I just randomize it with my world edit, it works. It doesn't look damaged. Okay, we need to add spruce. Maybe that will make it better. Okay, this works. It's just that the front isn't that great. Do the rings add something to the build? Maybe I just need to make it higher. Wait, let me just first make this build higher. Okay, so I've increased the height, and I think it still looks great. And I think a light tower should be very high. And I looked at some examples and I saw that they did the corners. So let me try that. Okay, so I've recreated it on all sides. And I think, because in the images I saw online, they had windows. So I think I'm gonna go every 3 steps. I'm gonna add a window, so that's like 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now we do this. Okay, so at the top they didn't really do it that well. So we have this one that's a bit weird, this one that's a bit weird, and this one that's a bit weird. They turned out fine. So if you walk inside of it now, there's actually some lighting. So you don't have mobs that spawn. Maybe we could add some lanterns, maybe. Maybe on like the opposite sides of the windows. So we have like a window here, and then we do lighting here. Okay, so we have lighting now. 20,000, like there's light in the lighthouse. Let's build the top, like the place with the fire. Let's make a roof, and then it's gonna finish. Then we'll add details, like some anomalies. Okay, so the roof is done. Will that ignite the roof? Because we don't want that to happen, really. Yes, okay. Okay, so my mic didn't work for the last part, but I just added some tiny bits and bobs to the outside and turned the fire into shroom light, because otherwise the room would go on fire. So I have added a bit of lighting. And a bit of randomness. I really like it. It's like... Okay, wait, this needs to be less. But it's like, it's a light tower. Let's go. Okay, so I'm done building the tower in the server. This is how it looks. I think it adds like a little bit of height. Maybe I need to add a little bit more dark oak to it later. So right now it stands out a little bit. I mean, that's kind of what I wanted, because everything has dark oak. This kind of misses that. Maybe I'll add that. But for this video's purposes, it's done. Let me give you a tour. Okay. So you go in, you go up and around, and then you go to the top where it gets narrower and narrower. Everything is lighted up with lanterns, and you can go through the windows. And when you get to the top, you have the lighthouse where you can like kill yourself, where you can see ships coming from this giant ocean over here. We could there, but yeah, we can maybe connect that later. But that will come later. For now, we have a lighthouse next to a lake. See you in the next video. I didn't have time for the other build that I want to build there, like the defense tower. That will become part 2 of the video. So, bye.